Hey there, beautiful seekers. Welcome back to the Existential Shift. If you're new, my name is Morgainne. Happy to have you. What is Ophiuchus? Well, if you were born anywhere between November 28th-ish to December 18th-ish, that is technically Ophiuchus, the 13th sign. However, I also treat it as Seeker 13, because it's the 13th sign. Meaning, if you feel like you have transmuted the different energies in your chart, that you're not bound by the karma that your chart represents and showcases, more so you are in a path of dharma, that could also apply to you. Just watch it and see if it resonates. If you really want a deeper understanding of what Ophiuchus is and how I treat Ophiuchus on my channel and in my work, watch my first couple of videos about Ophiuchus. You can find them on the playlist for Ophiuchus. If you scroll all the way back to the first couple of ones, in those I go in depth, especially the first one, but also the second one. I give an intro to what Ophiuchus is. So yeah, if you want to hear the elaboration. I'm going to work with the Light Seers Tarot, because why not? They're gorgeous. And let's just dive straight into it. Says as she stops to put on bracelets. Now let's dive straight into it. Ophiuchus, Seeker 13. King of Cups, Queen of Wands, and Two of Pentacles. How fitting, because Ophiuchus is an integration of water and fire, right? It's kind of a hybrid of Scorpio, fixed water, with Sagittarius, mutable fire. And here we have a king of water and a queen of fire, and a two of pentacles. Actually, this. So one manifests from the inside. The other manifests from the outside. One is internal, the other is external. And that combination of different types of manifestation, of different type of co-creation, creates an interesting energy in the reality, right? Because both get manifested, both have different expressions in reality. They might both be seemingly different. However, the Two of Pentacles is actually the Ace of Pentacles, or one pentacle, divided into the illusion of separation, right? Because Ace of Pentacles would be oneness, and the Two of Pentacles is when we. It's also in reference to the number one and the number two in general, not just regarding the suit of Pentacles and the tarot. It's just essence of numbers, the more spiritual one. One is the wholesome oneness. Two is when it got split into duality, yin and yang, masculine and feminine, different elements. I feel like it's playing out in two different ways. One, you have two different aspects of manifestation within different types of operation in the world. You have a very powerful inner world that, echoes outside and creates. And then you also have a very powerful creative expression in the world that's more extroverted, that creates other ways of, it creates another form of reality for you. So again, it's seemingly different, but I don't think they create a dissonance as they do just seemingly in a dissonance, but actually a representation of the same thing, but in different ways of expression. Two languages to express the same essence. So it could be playing out within you, but it can also be playing out with you and another person in your life. One has one direction, the other has a different direction when it comes to the way they operate in the world, the way you operate in the world. So it kind of seemingly creates different paths. Two of you have seemingly different paths, but they're actually the same. They both come from the same essence. This could be someone who's a soulmate for you, like you're part of the same soul, you're like soul family, and your way of life is different, or you come from very different backgrounds, different languages, different geography, different culture. You express your beliefs in seemingly different ways, maybe different belief systems, but the essence of your soul and of your spirit and your heart are the same. It's one pentacle that is like seemingly different, but this pentacle is in this case coming from the same place. You both come from the same place. Um, this guy is working with the fish, and this gal is working with the cats. Um, but this cat is not going to try to eat this fish. Show me more, please, for Ophiuchus. There will be a sequel for this reading, a love sequel. I'm going to take a deep look into you and your person of interest, the dynamic, but also how things are expected to unfold in the next month for you between the two of you. It will be available here on YouTube as part of channel membership, where you'll have access to all of the sequels, or for separate purchasing over on Patreon. The links will be below, and I will put them all in the end screen for your convenience, darling. Show me more, please, for a few things about this. Seven of Wands. I really love the Seven of Wands, and I love how they're all in like meditation pose, right? They're all kind of acting a form of meditation. And here, the Hala is very extension focused on, the Hala with the center, like the solar plexus. The Hala can be the solar plexus or the sacral chakra. It's like either like the second or the third chakras. It's like the center of our existence. And here, more like the heart. And here it's very the root, where survival, but also where physical expression is, but also solar plexus. It's interesting, like, never mind, I'm just yattering, I digress, but, and she has a whole tattooed, this is a rune. This is a whole, it's a rune for protection and angelic guidance, communication with higher frequencies. All of these energies, so many energies that commune with creation, that commune with the elements, that manage to stay focused in the face of either confusion or adversity. Things change and come and go, but this guy stays focused. She's like creating worlds and new stars, but she's manages to stay in place. You know, adversity comes at her, but she's super focused and like only looking at the direction that she wants to look at. Okay, the reality is troublesome, but she's focused on the manifested reality, on the vision. There's your energy is of vision and of creation, but your reality is seemingly torn in between, on the bridge, here nor there, here or there. Where should I be? Where should I go? Should I stay or should I go? If I stay, there will be trouble. If I go, there will be double. But you're like entertained by all of this. You recognize that you're not stuck between worlds, rather, you created two worlds because you're bananas. Now it's like, okay, how do you mitigate between the two? How can you be here and there? Seemingly you can't. Seemingly you gotta choose. What if you could choose a third path that includes both? Earth and heaven. The physical and the spiritual. Different expressions of devotion. coexisting. Ten of Swords. Something needs to be let go of. It has to do with the mind, has to do with how you intellectually, mentally analyze this situation. Step outside of the box. Step outside of the mechanism. This mechanism is established based on your karma, not your free thinking. Rather, your repetitive mind, monkey mind, that just repeats voices from your childhood, voices from past lifetimes, like that tell you how you're supposed to think, and that have constructed the reality that you're in now, that gives you the impression of separation or having to make a choice. You don't really have to make a choice. I just made a short video about love or God. When you feel like you're in a situation where you need to choose between your spiritual practice and your emotions or your love life, do I choose God or do I choose love? Where I explain that it's an illusion created by the archetype of the devil. It's deceitful because God is love. So when you choose love, you choose God and vice versa. Your Lord, your God, will never have you choose between them and love because they are love, right? Living with love, pursuing love, is pursuing God because love is the path to oneness consciousness, into unity, into the end of suffering, right? It's separation that causes suffering. It is separation that creates distance from our God. So when we are made to believe that in order to choose God, we need to be in separation, move away from love, that's not the work of God. That's the work of the devil. Furthering you away from God by telling you that you're getting closer to God. What better way? Doesn't need to fight you. Just works on your desire to unite with God by lying to you in regards to how it is you should work on, right? And this could be either exactly that type of mindset, or something along those lines. You have this cognitive understanding of how things need to be in order to do XYZ, and then, oh, so if I choose this, it's at the expense of that. And if I choose this, it's at the expense of that. No, not really. Listen to your heart. Heart leads you to the truth, and your heart is never truly fragmented. So Ten of Swords is walking away from that mental prison that tells us how things are and should be. Create the third path of integration. This and that is truth. Knight of Cups. Speaking of love, speaking of the heart. Very romantic energy that flows with how he feels, what she feels. So there is an actual choice here of following the heart and of expressing one's feelings. And it's wholehearted and complete. It's not debating, right? It's not confused. It's not this or that. Beautiful. Four of Pentacles and strength. Someone is very connected to their root, to their source, to their heritage, to their peoplehood, to their ancestry, to their land. It's from a beautiful place. It's tribal, it's indigenous, it's native. It's not even who they are as much as what they are, right? This is the color of my skin. This is my genes. This is my DNA. This is my birthplace. This is my heritage. Maybe I can choose where I go to, but I can't choose where I come from. I take it with me in my purse. I can never let it go, even if I wanted to. That there's an illusion of choice there that is imposed on this energy, kind of being gaslit. Oh, you can choose to not be that. No, this is my skin. This is my eyes. This is my hair. Not only do I not, not only can I not choose out of it, I don't want to. Why should I? Both worlds can be one. You can come from one place and choose to live in another. And you live in that other place and you're part of that other place, but you're also from that place. It's not a contradiction. I am from there and now I am from here, and neither needs to be dismissed. The wisdom of the past or of the origin is integrated to the wisdom of the present as opposed to the chosen. It's like the illusion of having to choose between we're either in our south node, the tail of the dragon, or in our north node, the head of the dragon. No, the south node is meant to be integrated into the path of the north node. It's not meant to be completely dismantled. We're not meant to turn our backs to our past lifetimes or to the journey of our soul in order for us to step into the next lifetime or the next part of our soul's journey. It's not really linear. It's circular. It's everything is a part of the journey. Okay, the baby in you is still in you. It's the reason why you are you. If you yank genetically, DNA-wise, the baby in you, you will collapse. The caterpillar cannot be yanked out of the butterfly because the butterfly is a formation that comes out and from the caterpillar. It looks different, it sounds different, but it's not. You are of human origin wherever you go, whichever language you speak. Let's not delude ourselves into thinking certain things need to be chosen. Yeah, certain things it's either this or that. But when it comes to essence and journey, no. You are your native tongue, and you're also the language you speak in the foreign place you moved to. Just an example. You are your south node and everything your soul has mastered during its reincarnations, and you're utilizing all of this to master more and continue on your path. Certain things you let go of, but certain things you keep going with. Certain people from our past lives are meant to be have a closure with and move on from when we meet them again. And certain people are meant to like, oh my God, I can't believe we were separated. Oh my God, I can't believe how fortunate I am to see you again. Let's pick up from where we left off, from when separation has occurred and a detour has occurred. Now we get to go back to walk the path of enlightenment or towards enlightenment. Piece of me was taken from me. Piece of me was separated from me unnaturally. Now it's back to me like mercury drops finding their way back to each other. What a miracle. It was a missing piece of the puzzle that was thrown outside or taken away or lost in time. And now you found it under the couch or found it in another room. Somehow you found it again. You're going to dismiss it just because it's from the past? Some is meant to let go of, some is meant to be integrated, and some is meant to return. Case by case, not one glove fits all scenarios. This is an energy that is very wise here with the Strength card. It's not holding on to the purse of its essence because of control or because of ego, because of fear. Because lack of spiritual maturity. No, it knows itself. It knows its origin. It holds on to what it is. and grows with it and from it. There's an infinity of space to exist within. I don't even have to say that there's room for the past and for the future, because the past is the future. Are past lifetimes really chronologically in the past, or are there parallel universes? Right, the theory of the multiverse. It's not that you really travel in time, that's my theory. It's not that we really travel in time, like back and forward, as opposed to we travel between dimensions. They're right here, there's just a dimensional separation. We're getting too cosmic and too abstract. I get it, but I think you understand how it applies to your life. Grow the vessel. You don't have room to be this and that? Grow the vessel. Don't break your own legs. Don't break out, don't tear a piece of you outside of you. Don't fragment yourself further. Build a bigger room. It's like the more inclusive we become as society, the more um, militant we become as well, because, well, now we need to have room for this group, for this excluded group. Now we want to include this group. That's great. Okay, well, we don't have room, so it's either this type of bathroom or that type of bathroom. It's either this type of, they're either in this type of sports team or in the other type of sports team. These are just superficial examples that apply to anything. Build a third team, build a third restroom, have room for everyone. It's not, when you exclude that which was included for the sake of including that which was excluded, you're just perpetuating exclusion. You can build a bigger house. You can build a third room and a fourth room. You can create a third division, a third team. One doesn't need to come at the expense of the other, rather added. Our universe is expanding, or can expand if we co-create the expansion, as opposed to being under the illusion that it's either one or the other. There's room for everyone, baby, if you just build it. Don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, build. Two of Wands. No, you don't need to further learn, further investigate, further research. Just go out there and live. Step outside of the book. Reading the map of a place is not knowing the place. Walking in the place, visiting the place is knowing it. Lived experience is the scientific experience. It's not a subjective one. It's not an emotional one. It is the scientific experience literally is the lived experience. You got to try something to see if it actually works in reality. Would you hire a tour guide that just read and watched the map, or a tour guide that actually walked the path that you want to walk? Would you want a surgeon to have a brain surgery on your brain that just read a lot of books about that, about brain surgeries, or do you want someone who's actually experienced and actually conducted brain surgeries? Get your ass out there and understand truly what it is you're curious about. So you're curious about something, you're debating about something, but you don't actually know it. If you don't try, you won't know. Have the courage, get your ass out there. You have all the talent, you have all the energy, you have the wisdom, you have the ability to work out energy. Let's see it applies in the real world. Ten of Pentacles. Tree of Life is right here. Vala. 10 counts, 10 sfirot. Everything exists. Just got to experience it and explore it to fully understand it. Now, I'm not saying be, what's the word? Frivolous and irresponsible and reckless and jump from one thing to the other. I'm talking real experience of something deeply, truly, not everything that exists, that's impossible, but anything that is in your heart that you debate about, that you ponder and analyze, analysis paralysis, that you meditate over again and again and again. Get off your butt and go out there into the world and see how it actually feels to be in that space. It is open for you. It's there for you. Build it and they will come. Or it's already built, just come to it. Judgment, awakening, stepping outside your own boundaries, your own self-imposed prison. You are free. You are free. What you gonna do with it? You're fantasizing about everything that could possibly be. What if the fantasy can be a reality if you just step into it? Six of Pentacles. You're very lucky because it's a possibility that is very real for you. There's something very tangible that presents itself to you that says, here, you can have it, you can try. You can actually try. So you don't even have to search too long or it's literally available for you, given to you. Just gotta recognize it. We're not dismiss it, not overthink it. Queen of Swords. Not overthink it, experiencing it, enjoying it, not judging it too much. Two of Pentacles turns into the Three of Pentacles. We're now, from fragmentation, we're moving to the triangle, the shape, 3 points. It's not just a linear line. It has space in it, it has substance, it has a shape. It's a home to be in. You're starting the journey back to oneness after being fragmented. We are in oneness. Back to the 10 is back to the 1. Play the game. Play the game of fragmentation and unification. But don't forget the part of unification. That's what we're here for. We're not here to perpetuate the fragmentation and philosophizing about it. We're here to, okay, through the fragmentation, we join unison. Unison? Union? Unity? Oneness? Don't get addicted to analyzing the separation and fragmentation and meditating over it and philosophy over it and analyzing it. And it's like, you got to live the journey of going from separation to unity. That's the point. Talking about it, reading about it, meditating on it, analyzing it, it's a part of it, but it's not that's not where you stop. It's just part of the journey. It's a part of the way to get there. It's not where you're meant to stop. None of us is meant to stop in the understanding of fragmentation. Okay, now that we understand it, how do we reunify? If you stay in the research of it. You just stay in the loop of fragmentation while thinking about union. Thinking about unity while perpetuating separation. Live it. Go out there and have the lived experience. Connect. Is it friendships? Is it love? I don't know. Is animal companion, whatever. Is it hugging a tree? I don't know. Go and hug something with permission. Okay, if it's human, make sure that that it's mutual. I just want to hug you. It's like, well, I'm practicing unity. Not at my expense, please. I'm a stranger. Can we have a talk first? Maybe buy me coffee. You know, if it's a tree, I'm sure it will accept your hug. It's a doggo. 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 Okay. No, your teddy bear doesn't count. It's to be a living, breathing creature. You can also hug your teddy bear, but that's not enough. It's also deluding yourself that you're in unity. Let it have breathing molecules, please. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to continue this as a love reading. I'm actually going to create a new um, spread completely. It's like tons of cards, double pentagram, look deep. If I see you there, amazing. Thank you for your support. If I don't see you there, just kidding. Love you anyway. Stay magic. Stay true. I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye.